Good evening, everybody. This is Rob Reese live from Mounds View High School. It is homecoming, and your Mustangs are taking on the Forest Lake Rangers. Joining me tonight, as always, Thomas Van Ort and Anthony Calistro. Thomas has done his homework tonight on both of these teams, the Mustangs and the Rangers. We're going to start by talking about this visiting Forest Lake Rangers team, and then we'll get in a little bit to what happened last week at White Bear Lake. Thomas, talk to me about Forest Lake. What are we going to see tonight?
Well, they are 0-3 to start off, but they did play competitive games in 2 out of those 3 games. They kind of got routed by STMA, but it was a 2-possession game against Anoka, and they put up 20 points against the very tough Osseo Orioles this year. Mounds View wasn't able to score on the Orioles, so putting up 20 points, kind of don't know how good they're going to be at 0-3. Couple players to watch out for. All 3 of their starting D-backs are going to be returning from last year. We have number 6, Captain Charlie Peterson. We got number 8, Weston Hoyt, and number 4, Reed Olson. Those are going to be some of their D-backs. Their rusher, we're going to look at Cole Brisbois. Last year he averaged 89 rushing yards a game. They run a spread offense similar to Mounds View, but they're going to do a lot more running compared to Mounds View's pass-heavy approach. Their quarterbacks are going to be number 7, Ryan Olson, and number 10, Keegan Zeidler. They actually run a 2-quarterback offense, swapping out depending on which guy they need. Last season, they went 3-2. It was the most wins they had in a season since 2010. Whoa. And their first winning season since 2003. So they're trying to capitalize off of that, but after an 0-3 start, we don't know how it's going to go for them.
We're live, but no.
Nope.
Sorry, guys. We're having conversation with Forest Lake coach. So I am actually a Forest Lake graduate. It will be very interesting to see this team 25 years later. I'm a 96 grad. We played on this field against the Mustangs. We lost 8-0. Joe Gaines, running back in the day. 52 yards he led the offense for the Mustangs that night. Fast forward 25 years later, it's going to be interesting with this coaching staff. Sam Ferraro is a well-known name in Forest Lake. He's taken over and done great things with this Forest Lake program. I played with his brother Joe Ferraro. I'm excited to see what he's able to do with the team that I think is up and coming. Forest Lake should be in a much better position win-loss-wise than they have been in the past. They have more numbers than they've had, I think what you said in the last, since 2003. So tonight will be an interesting night. This is a must-win for the Mustangs. They started out with a huge win against Totino Grace, and they unfortunately faltered rather significantly at home against Osseo. That was a surprise. And then they lost last week against White Bear Lake, a hard-fought contest, really 2 even teams. White Bear won near the end on a hook and ladder play that you could tell was getting set up, that they knew already was likely something that could go right as they pitched it. Coaches were like, oh no. And that was the difference for White Bear Lake to take over the lead and ultimately win that game last week. Unfortunately, we couldn't bring it to you. The away games for us are a little bit dicey with having to use a hotspot. We're hardwired tonight and ready to go. Joining us also on the mic is Anthony Calistro. He also has a lot of insight into both these teams. What light can you shed on this evening tonight?
Yes, excited to be here. Homecoming's always a fun energy in the building. I just got done speaking with the coaching staff. A couple of injuries this week from the last game. We have a couple of substitutions. We have a new starting running back. Sam Heinrichs will be starting at running back over Vaz tonight. Got a couple of guys moving around on offense and defense. So it's going to be a bit of a guessing game. We do have a freshman who will be playing backup running back as well. He's actually not listed on the roster. He'll be number 49 tonight. Mitchell Olson.
Wow.
And we do have a special guest in the house. Gold medal wrestler Gable Stevenson on the sidelines tonight. supporting the Moundsview Mustangs.
What's his connection to Moundsview?
Naj, the sophomore coach, is buddies with him. I guess he cuts his hair, and he's just here to watch some good football. I just gotta speak with him. He's a big guy and extremely nice. He said that he loves football and he wants to get some of these guys out for the wrestling team for Moundsview.
Yeah, you got to be a bit of a big guy to win the Olympic gold medal for heavyweight wrestling.
He is an impressive guy. That is no doubt. I mean, that was one of the most amazing finishes I've ever seen in the Olympics. A buzzer beater for the gold.
Yeah. For those of you who don't know, Olympic wrestling takes course over 2 3-minute periods. And Gable scored 2 takedowns in the last 13 seconds to win the gold medal. He scored the final takedown with 0.2 seconds remaining on the clock.
That's pretty boss that he's here, man.
Yeah.
Mustang's got quite the connections, I'm telling you, with a couple different Gophers on the helping out with coaching. Adam Weber up in the box and Dan Nystrom. It's pretty cool.
And for these guys to see somebody of that stature, I mean, I'm a 30-year-old man, and I got pretty excited seeing this guy here, and I can imagine, you know, being a high school football player and seeing an Olympic gold medalist on the sideline cheering you on is pretty cool.
So Forest Lake's got some pretty good special teams. Thomas, what do we know about this kickoff, kick return team for the Rangers?
Well, the Forest Lake Rangers in 2 out of their 3 games have returned a punt or a kickoff for a touchdown. They're also averaging 15 more yards per punt than the Mustangs. So that's one thing where the Mustangs are going to have to be really tight and not let these Forest Lake Rangers capitalize.
Obviously, we gave up a big kick return in week 2. I haven't seen anything to be concerned about really on our coverage since then. But this team needs to be ready to go. It's homecoming night. We've got a nice crowd here. They're still piling in. We've got a group of what I would assume are juniors and seniors in the front row, shirtless on a rather chilly evening. We'll see how long that lasts. Probably the entire game. But they're going to have some fun tonight. They're going to be rowdy no matter what, and they're going to be behind their squad.
Well, that's also an endurance game. When you're on the sidelines without your shirt, you got to prove that you can last longer than those other guys. And so I see one guy in specific who appears to be quite a bit bigger than the rest, and so I'm looking at him to last longer than everyone else.
There you go. So it does look like we're going to get started here momentarily. We're going to break for the national anthem. We'll be with you in a hot minute. All right, we are back. Few technical difficulties on the national anthem. Hopefully there are none here. We are in very solid position with strong HD feed. Hopefully the audio is coming through here for you too. We're happy to be able to bring you homecoming 2021 from Mounds View High School. Mustangs versus the Forest Lake Rangers. No indication yet as to the coin toss. I'd like to see the Mustangs start on offense and really get something going through the air. Like we said earlier, there are going to be some changes offensively. Sounded like Vaz might actually move to a wide receiver type position. And Heinrichs would start at running back?
Correct, yep. Heinrichs will be starting running back, and a freshman, Mitchell Olson, number 49, will be on backup duty for running back. They also expect Vaz to get in there for some carries as well.
The Mustangs are going to kick off here to the Rangers to start this first quarter of play.
I asked the coaching staff if Nick Shaw will be getting any time at running back, and it sounds like he's dealing with a hamstring injury. So he will be long snapping, but his running ability is minimal.
Wow, White Bear beat us up a little bit.
Yeah.
It's Ben Samuels kicking off, number 33 for the Mustangs. Wearing green, trimmed in white. And that's going to be an automatic touchback. Nice start for Samuel tonight. Be 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line for the Forest Lake Rangers. They're going to come out in a spread look, something the Mustangs see quite often in practice. Certainly they faced a lot of spread in camp. We'll see what Forest Lake is able to do against this stout Mustang defense. A lot of athletes. Kind of led right now, number 35, Evan Hatton's had a real strong season for a sophomore. It'll be interesting to see what he can do against the Ranger team. Here's a snap. It's a fake pass and a sweep around the right.
That's their leading rusher, Cole Bribeau. Brisbois.
That is a Forest Lake name. I grew up with a lot of Brisbois. They got a coach on the staff with that last name too.
Okay.
Big family up in the Northland there at Forest Lake.
So Forest Lake is pretty evenly split between run and pass. 54% run, 46% pass through 3 games.
It looks like Ryan Olson is in a quarterback. They also play 2 quarterbacks. Olson here is going to fake the handoff and go up the middle. He's got a nice hole and a big gain. First down Rangers.
Yeah,
nice scramble there for the quarterback.
Both of these quarterbacks will run the ball, so they're not keying when one quarterback's in. They're going to be more likely to run. Both quarterbacks will run and throw, so being prepared for both is going to be clutch for the Mustangs here.
So the Rangers come out with trips to the field side. Motion here, they go with an empty backfield. Now they're going to motion back on a jet sweep around the left-hand side to the field side. There is Evan Hatton. Just able is to avoid that tackle, that being number 28, Leighton Patzer.
Hatton slowed him up a little bit. Would have been nice to see him break down a little bit more and contain the outside, but I think the contact he did have slowed him up enough to help get to that team tackle.
So 2nd and 7 for the Rangers. Lining up a little bit tighter here with a bunch trips formation to the right. Olson's going to quick pitch it out. Again, sweep to the right. Cole Brisbois again on the carry.
Roundabout dragged him out of bounds. That's Cole Brisbois.
So clearly the Rangers, as spread offenses often do, they're trying to get to the outside, stretch the field laterally. It often tires the defensive line out, having to run 40 to 50 yards each play. And they're going to hurry up here. Double twins with an offset back to the right. Sorry, check that to the left. This is going to be the first pass of the evening. Olson completes it for 9 yards.
Looks like it was incomplete.
Oh, my bad.
No, it's okay. It was a late call. dropped it at the last second.
Little Paul Allen action there.
Yeah.
Saying it's good before it is, baby.
So Andrew Molinar was out most of the week of practice with turf toe. So he's going to be a guy to watch. As we know, he is a key guy to this defense. And making sure he's moving around all right, because they don't have a lot of depth on the defense right now with a lot of these guys playing both sides of the ball.
Uh-oh, flag here. It's 4th and 5.
Looks like Mounds, you might have lined up over the center there.
Forest Lake is clapping. Molinar talking to the ref. We'll see what this is going to be here. Could be a first down for the Rangers. Costly mistake. And indeed, it's going to be a first down. They exchange personnel. Rangers are going to keep the football 1st and 10 from the 37-yard line.
Unfortunately, a 5-yard penalty against the Mustangs.
That's kind of like a turnover, boys.
Yeah.
First down at the 43-yard line.
Kind of trying to check our replay here. Couldn't quite tell what happened, but 1st and 10 nonetheless. Olsen again out of the gun. Looks like he's in a pistol formation with trips to his left, and we've got movement on number 10 out wide to the right.
That is Keegan Zeidler, their other quarterback, who also takes time at wide out.
Be interesting if they have any trick plays in the bag with 2 quarterbacks on the field at one time. Forest Lake, ironically, you wouldn't know it by the record, but they've always been a well-coached team. The previous coaching staff to this, many of them were the same coaches I had 25 years ago.
Wow.
Really good human beings that do great things for kids. They just couldn't muster the numbers or the wins that they needed. All right, we got a quick screen out. That's Brisboy. He hits the corner, and he is gone. 30, 20, 10. Touchdown, Rangers.
Wow. Looks like Radabau was a little bit inside there, and there's a wide open lane on the left side of the field for Brisboy. Brisboys?
That was Cole Brisboy, yep. If it's the same family I grew up with, yes,
It's gotta be. It's
end.
gotta be. And that was a nice play design.
Yeah, we'll see this coming up here in our replay. So the Rangers take a quick 6-0 lead. Really unfortunate given that the Mustangs had forced a punt. A penalty gave them a first down. Here's the kick. It's up. And this one is good. 7-0 lead with 9:12 to go here early in the first quarter.
Yeah, Jake Johnson with a nice crack block on Radabau sealed that side, and it left the whole sideline wide open. Tough play. I mean, Radabau did not see him coming.
That was a good kick by number 19, Keenan York. He has not missed an extra point or a field goal yet this season. Another consistent kicker, much like Ben Samuel has been for the Mustangs this year. It's just really helpful to know that there's going to be a 7 instead of a 6 on the scoreboard.
Yeah, that crackback block, man, the only way you know that's coming is if your teammate yells it and sees it.
Right.
That's a coachable thing, and if we saw it, they saw it. So, because it won't be the last time they do it. They are really trying to challenge this Mustang team on the perimeter, and they honestly had quite a lot of success. That was a big-time throw and catch there. And Forest Lake strikes quickly and early.
And again, if that penalty doesn't happen, Mounds has the ball, and it's a whole different ball game.
Wind picking up here on what is a chilly night. Kickoff going to be handled here in the air. I believe that's Fenning Went up to about the 31-yard line.
Brought down by 23, Tristan Miller.
So let's see what this offense is able to do. Typically the Rangers have run a 4-3. Been a long time since I've seen them play defense.
I'm interested to see the personnel that goes out for the Mustangs here. because with Jack Bry hurt, you got to shuffle some people around to make sure that your offense is still running efficiently as it can.
Looks like the Rangers going to run a clear 3-4 cover 2. Mustangs come out in a double twins look. That's Wheeler in motion. Wark going to check with me, get the call from the sideline. And this is going to be either a timeout or a delay of game. Yeah, timeout Mustangs. Must have not seen what they just saw there on film. Typically these first plays are scripted.
Right.
So it's a little odd to see the Mustangs calling a timeout before their first offensive play. As I said, I don't know what they saw that they didn't like, if they were just going to take a delay of game and decided to use a timeout instead, so they give their offense better field position.
And part of that, too, could be an energy check because, going down one score, momentum swinging in the favor of the Rangers, it is important for these guys to understand how important this drive is.
So ball on the left hash. 2 receivers to the right of Wark. And this is going to be a handoff here to Heinrich. Nice move up the middle. 9 yards for Heinrich. Be second and short for the Mustangs.
Great power run there. Looked for contact with the linebackers. Looks like they're going to give him first down on that one.
All right.
Love the way he lowered his pads. I feel like that was one thing the Mustangs have been missing is a good power run.
Trips to the right now to the field side. And another run for Heinrich, and he's loose up the middle. Another big gain.
He's fired up.
20-plus yards already on the night for Heinrich.
Getting his first start of the season. You can tell he's juiced up. Homecoming crowd. This is the biggest crowd we've seen all year by far, as expected.
He wants to make an impression. He's laying the shoulder down and driving forward.
3 wide receivers again to the right. This is another handoff. Heinrich stopped there after a short gain.
That time he was met by a wall of Rangers there. I'm pretty surprised to see Mounds starting off with so many runs. This is way more running than they've done at any point in really any game this season.
When it seems to be working, establishing that power run inside, and that's going to open up a lot of things for them.
Nystrom and Wheeler out far to the right. This is going to be a pitch to Heinrichs around that right-hand side. He gets just beyond the line of scrimmage before he's tackled there.
Looked like he was tripped up by number 12, Nolan Dumonsiao. Nice play, was able to get off the block, make a little shoestring tackle, bringing up 3rd and 5 for the Mustangs.
So we know Jack Bry is out, he's injured. So what the Mustangs have done is replace his spot with Vaz, who's out to Wark's right to the boundary side. He's got trips to his left. Heinrichs also to his left. It's going to be a fake throw over the middle. That's complete to Nystrom for a first down at the 30-yard line.
Nystrom has been really consistent catching this year. He had a bobbled ball where he caught for a touchdown for the Mustangs against White Bear Lake. That was a great catch. Was one of the ones that kept us within such a close game to White Bear Lake.
So hurry up here, same formation as before. Mustangs in the middle of the field. Almost get Forest Lake to jump off on a check with me. They're going to get the signal. Is Wark from the sideline. Again, 3 wide receivers to his left, Heinrichs to his right. Vaz is singled up on the numbers. And this is going to be a handoff around the left-hand side. Nice push, good gain.
That's a nice hit by Weston Hoyt of the Rangers. I mean, these guys do hit hard. It's been very physical on the offensive line on both sides. Getting a nice push up front.
One thing I'm seeing, though, is that Mounds is running outside. So even though Heinrich is hitting the hole hard, he's not going straight up the gut.
Work here, hands off again to Heinrich around that right-hand side. He's going to be tackled almost immediately. That a good defensive play by Forrest Lake.
Yeah, that's the captain, Charlie Peterson. Big boy, 6'3", 205,
Returning senior.
Just as the Mustangs have, Forest Lake has improved their facilities significantly over the past 5 years. They've always had a strong weight room culture, strong track and field team. Starting to translate a little bit for them with a winning record last year. They're 0-3 this year, but they look like a formidable foe. Work, 3-step drop. It's going to deliver to Rask, who's tackled quickly for a minimal gain. Check that. That was Vaz with the catch.
Tackle made by number 44, Caleb Whitehill, a senior, 5'11", 195. It was good coverage. It was just such a tight pass right where he wanted it that the defender couldn't really make a play on the ball there.
Yeah, Vaz did a good job using his body to secure that ball.
Vaz and Rask switch sides of the field. Vaz in the slot to the left of Work. On the same side of the field is Wheeler and Nystrom. Singling up Rask to the right of Work. Looks like Forest Lake's going to stay in that 3-4 cover 2. Another drop and a slant there. This one thrown into coverage. Flag down. Mustangs celebrating. Looks like a tripping.
I couldn't tell you what they saw there.
Nope, a hold on the defense. Thought the referee kicked his right leg out. But that's going to give the Mustangs a first down.
Looked like Wark threw that off of his back foot again, which was a key mistake in the second game against Osseo. So hopefully the coaches get a chance to get in his ear real quick, make sure he's stepping into those throws, because he's got a great arm when he steps in. When he's off his back foot, the ball tends to soar a little bit, which leads to turnovers. So something to watch going forward.
Mechanics matter, especially at this level. Not a lot of Patrick Mahomes in high school.
That's right.
All right, so another handoff here to Heinrichs to the left. He's going to be tackled quickly.
Wrapped up early by number 49, Mark Rendell. Another returning defender.
Looks like they're going to sub Heinrichs out. Vaz may be moving to running back.
One thing that I was going to note is early in this series, Forest Lake was content with their 3-man rush, but now they're starting to blitz a little more, posing some challenges for the O-line.
So they did bring in a tight end. That's Molinar, number 44 in. Vaz pitch to the right. He's going to make us move, and a guy miss up inside the red zone, where it will be 3rd and long.
So obviously Forest Lake saw something that they thought they could take advantage of. Now they're starting to bring a couple more guys in, putting pressure on the offense, making the O-line work a little bit more, giving Wark and the backs not as much time as they used to have.
So Molinar out. Heinrichs back in, trips to the left. That is the field side. Be interesting what kind of route concepts the Mustangs draw up for this one. They've got Rask singled up to the right. Be tough for the safety to get over if they're to throw a corner route. Work's going to move to Rask's side. He's going to throw across his body, and that's going to be intercepted in the end zone. Interception out to about the 18-yard line. That was the line of scrimmage. Number 35 for the Rangers, Peyton Rindels, turns over the Mustangs. And with a 7-0 lead and 2:44 remaining in the first quarter, the Rangers are going to take over for their second possession.
Yeah, that's a tough throw to make. It looked like there's a couple guys in the end zone that were set, but couldn't quite make the throw.
This is going to be a run. Wasn't entirely sure if that was, that's Brisboy.
Yeah,
look like Wildcat, yep.
Yeah, they're quick getting up to the line after that turnover right away. Molinar does seem to be moving pretty well for having a bad toe. responsibilities on both sides of the ball and doesn't seem to be bothering him yet.
So Olsen back in at quarterback. Zeidler out to his left. This is going to be a high snap over Brisbois, who is able to athletically pick it up. He's going to move him around the right-hand side, but he's going to be tackled for a big loss back to the 6-yard line.
Wow, that was a risky recovery, but he actually gained a little bit of yardage from his initial pickup. I mean, he ran backwards about 3 or 4 yards.
Looked like they were lined up in the Wildcat again, and snap just went clean over his head.
Mitchell Thompson and Abdullah Abed bring him down for a big loss on the play.
Nice pursuit by Mitchell Thompson.
3rd and about 20.
3rd and 19.
Got a 3rd and 19 for the Rangers. They're backed up significantly. Trips to the right.
Oh, got him.
Quarterback Olsen's going to
Edelman.
get tackled by Edelman for another loss.
Ryan Edelman.
It was weird. Their quarterback had a bit of a pump fake, so I don't know if he was going to throw it, saw a defender there, and decided not to, or if it was supposed to be a designed fake where then he was going to run it, but didn't have enough time. This is going to be a really interesting situation, punting from their own about 6 or 7 yard line here.
Yeah, Nystrom and Wheeler are all the way up to the 35-yard line, awaiting this punt. It is a high, short punt. Nystrom's going to field it inside the 20-yard line, already up to the 15. So the Mustangs lose nothing by turning the ball over on that interception. They actually gain 3 yards 4 plays later. 1st and 10 inside the red zone with 41 remaining in the first quarter.
Edelman did a phenomenal job on this sack here, coming down the line of scrimmage hard. He doesn't get too high upfield. He just keeps going down the line of scrimmage and has an open, clean shot right on the quarterback. Very nice job.
You know, it's an underrated play is running back for the Rangers, Brisbois, picking up that bad snap. When you're under a rush, dude, you got to pick up that ball. That is such a hard play.
To not jump on it, and then he ran backwards to start. He actually did gain some ground back to probably where he originally picked it up, but that was very risky.
All right, Heinrich's got a big hole up the middle, and he delivers a shot into the end zone. Touchdown, Mustangs!
Let's go!
That is one thing the Mustangs have been missing in the first 3 games of their season. A hard-nosed running back who is willing to take it up the gut and lay the wood on a linebacker. Power forward, keep the legs moving, punch it into the end zone. That's what I love to see.
5'9", 155 pounds, running like a fullback. I love it.
Dude, just giving up his body. That's got some want-to right there.
What a run. I mean, that was a heck of a drive by that 22 Sam Heinrichs.
All right, Samuel's kick is up. We're tied.
And Samuel's kick is up and it's good.
Just like that. The Mustangs turn it over. You think, oh no. They quickly get the ball back. And one play after, a nice return by Nystrom on the punt. From 18 yards out, Heinrichs gets into the end zone.
That's the guy who I am most impressed with for the Mustangs right now. He has been an absolute workhorse, just punching the ball down the field. Even though the Mustangs got stopped and then threw the interception, he was driving the ball forward. He was falling forward, gaining 2 extra yards every time he was running the ball. That kid has been fighting for that starting position right now, and he is definitely showing that he has earned it.
This is quite the crowd we have here. I mean, this is impressive. We got people standing room only, it looks like, on the Mounds side. This is what it's all about. Missed this last year. I know a lot of these guys, seniors, are excited to have it back, have fans in the stands, family and friends, alumni all here cheering them on.
Sam kick off with the Mustangs. Back deep to receive Rangers, Johnson and Aho.
Samuel's kick. Low. Squibber up to the 10-yard line, fielded there by the Rangers. Trying to get a return left and going to be all the way up to the 36-yard line. Nice field position, nice return by Jake Johnson for the Rangers.
Yep, and Jake Johnson's been their top receiver through 3 games. He is a junior and does it all, plays both sides of the ball, and seems to have been their go-to guy so far this season.
So Rangers a little tricky down close to their own end zone. They went Wildcat a couple different times. They're going to line up empty here with motion. They're going to hand off the jet sweep. Check that. That's quarterback run back to the left. Olson's going to be tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
Mitchell Thompson. He's everywhere.
Looks like the Rangers are summoning a new lineman here. Don't know if number 77 had messed up and they wanted to give him a breather, or if he'd done something to get him put on the sideline for a little bit.
Let's hope that's nothing.
That's the end of the first quarter of action.
All right, first quarter, end of action. That was a pretty fun, fast first quarter. We are tied 7-7 here. It is homecoming at Mounds View High School. Forest Lake Rangers make the 30-minute drive. They came out with a big-time swing pass out to the left. Brisbois raced down the sideline for a touchdown. Rangers scored quickly, but the Mustangs came back at the end of that first quarter to tie it up.
Yeah, great job by the Mustangs, really turning that momentum the second part of the first quarter. Responded to some adversity. And right now with this crowd, I think the momentum is in the favor of the Mustangs. It's going to be on this defense to sustain that.
Second down and 11. Start the second quarter.
Forest Lake's in a lot tighter formation right now.
Oh yeah, bunch trips to the right. They've done that a couple times too. A lot of different formations for this Ranger spread offense. That's going to be
False start.
a false start. Looks like the first of that 3 wide receiver set. Number 2, Eric Nyes.
Second and 16.
Mounds starts with the "you can't do that" chant. Second and 16 from the 28 for the Rangers. Jake Johnson going to be all the way out to the numbers and to the right of Olson. Takes the snap. He's going to hand off here to Brisbois. And that's going to be a short gain right back to the line of scrimmage. Still far shy of the original line of scrimmage are the Rangers.
Looks like he was met by Molinar, Evan Hatton, and I think Abed Abdallah. Yep.
So third down and 16 now. Rangers have found themselves in a lot of third and long situations. They're going to run Brisbois out as part of this 3 wide receiver set to the field side. Another high snap. It's going to be a swing pass. Nice catch there, but quickly contained by the Mustangs.
Great job by Hatton. I know he didn't make the tackle there, but his breakdown and forcing him to spill that outside, forced him to the sideline. He had nowhere to go.
And a bed cleaned up.
We're going to have the second punt by the Rangers here. Hopefully the punter can get it a little more downfield than he did last time.
Man, it's nerve-wracking punting in your own end zone.
Yeah, it's not fun.
And the Rangers have had their share of mistakes on snaps here. So, I mean, just getting the snap is going to be important.
So this is going to be fielded right at midfield. Fair catch there by Wheeler. Another great field situation for the Mustangs. 1st and 10 from the 50.
I don't know if you saw that, but we were just talking about the guy. Evan Hatton was right in that punter's face as he kicked the ball. Rushed him quite a bit. That might be why the punt didn't go as far as we've seen from the Rangers this season.
Yeah, right now I'd have to give the upper hand on special teams to the Mustangs.
Definitely.
Certainly field position-wise, the Mustangs have benefited this first half. They're going to send Vaz out to the right. They've got double twins.
Oh, Wheeler.
Heinrich up the middle, really just back to the line of scrimmage. We're going to have to check on his name. I hear the announcer calling him Henricks.
Hendricks. We'll go with it.
All right, I don't know, man. I hate saying names wrong.
Yeah, totally. Halftime adjustment. We'll be making them as well.
Okay.
But yeah, Sam is playing a heck of a game right now. Really stepping up to the plate. That's the name of the game. Next man up. Someone goes down.
Good adjustment by the coaching staff. You can tell already. So that's Henrik again up.
I would say one thing I'm seeing right now is that the Forest Lake D-line is getting a lot more penetration than they did when Heinrichs had that big touchdown run. So that's why he's kind of getting stuffed at the line of scrimmage, is now that Forest Lake is getting a little bit deeper in the Mounds View backfield. Doesn't have as much time to get ahead of steam going.
Wouldn't be surprised to see the Mustangs take a shot here deep to Wheeler.
Double twins again. 3-step drop. Warwick looks deep. Rolls out to the right. Throws incomplete.
Wheeler looked to be wide open for a touchdown there. I mean, he was rolled out and didn't look his way, so I think the defense kind of forgot about him. Middle of the field, he was on a post route.
Was he? That's too bad.
Looked like Wart got a little bit antsy. One of the defenders tripped on his way to rush Wart, but he still thought that he was going to be hurried. So instead of just sitting in the pocket and making the pass there, he rolled out and ended up getting an incomplete pass, bringing up 4th and 6 for the Mustangs. Going to be punting this ball.
So playing the field position game is Coach Moberg. Samuel receives the snap. They rush him too. This is going to be a nice bounce for the Mustangs. They're going to field this inside the 5-yard line all the way down to the 1. Are you kidding me? What a call. What a punt. That is execution at its finest. Here's that replay, fella. Oh, no, this is still one play ahead. The way we've got this set up, viewers, just so you have a sense, we have the stream you are watching as our replay. So we're not yet with this delay that we have to that post route. But I think we're going to see it right here where Wheeler comes open and Work just doesn't see him. He threw to the sideline.
Yeah, he rolls out early, like right away, is on the move, and that's tough to turn your head back towards the middle of the field.
All right, so Rangers backed up again to their end zone. This is the second time this is going to be. Very lucky the Rangers got out of their own end zone. So no gain, but back to the line of scrimmage to be 2nd and 10 from about the 1.5-yard line.
Mustangs are signaling for the safety, but that was a great effort play by the running back, able to just, through sheer force of will, get himself out to about the 1-yard line there.
I know defensive coordinator Coach Calistro likes to be aggressive in these situations. There's only so much the offense can do. So look for the Mounds View Mustangs to bring some pressure.
Rangers right under center. This is going to be basically a quarterback sneak. They got a nice push initially off the line of scrimmage, but a minimal gain.
Yeah, it was interesting to see Forest Lake go under center there. That sort of signifies that they're going to have to run a bit of a dive play. They're not going to run a pass and then give their quarterback less room to throw the pass. So Mustangs could have kind of key in there, know that it was going up the middle, get a minimal gain, bring them out to about the 2 or 3 yard line.
Third and 8. 3rd and 8. Rangers come out. Twins to each side. They're going to throw another wide receiver screen out to Brisboy, and he's going to be tackled shy of the first down. He gets up to about the 9-yard line, where it's going to be 4th and short, but an obvious punt here for the Rangers coming, and likely another return opportunity for either Wheeler or Nystrom, who are going to be back deep at about the 35-yard line. So either way, It does look like they're going to gain field position ground, having just punted from about their own 45-yard line. This punt skips on the ground. He's going to be chased, and he might get a first down. He does. He dances up to the 20, first down, Rangers.
That was tough. Number 35, Evan Hatton, was chasing him down to block the punt. So as soon as he bobbled it, was able to make a move, Hatton wasn't able to take a step and sort of catch him before the first down there.
So a fortuitous bounce and an athletic play by the punter gives the Rangers a second life here. The second time this first half they've gotten a second life. This is going to be a quarterback run. I think another Wildcat run for the Rangers, and a gain up to about the 25-yard line.
I think much like the Mustangs have been doing with Heinrichs, they're setting up the middle so then they can look for a pass later on, hope to catch Mustangs sort of half asleep, not expecting it, get some big yards going down the field, maybe even put some points on the board before the end of the half.
So two backs on either side here of Olsen out of gun. He's going to hand off. Check that. He's going to fake the handoff. They're pretty tricky are these Rangers. Not ever quite clear who has the ball. Olsen keeps and has a minimal gain.
And what the Rangers showed on film is a lot of quick passes when they do throw the ball. We've seen that so far in this game. A lot of quick hitters outside. Nothing too deep quite yet, but again, always prepared for it.
Just the one quarterback tonight for the Rangers. We thought we'd see them change it up a little bit. They still might. Looks like an unbalanced line here with a tight end and a handoff up the middle.
Oh, it's close. I think he got it.
Good run by number 28, Leighton Patzer.
He's a hard runner. I mean, both him and Brisboy, just two hard-nosed runners that you like to find the middle, that A-B gap, and just really hit it hard.
Yeah, Brisboy 5'9", 170. He looks bigger and stronger than that from up here. All right, trips now to the field side out of a pistol formation. It's going to be an option. Olsen's going to keep, and he's going to be tackled just beyond the line of scrimmage, so minimal gain.
Great tackle by Molinar there. He broke down his feet. I would have liked to see him drive through and push him back, but we'll take the tackle. It was a nice, strong tackle.
Pretty good for a kid with banged up toe.
Yeah, 8 toes right now, maybe.
Can't believe how much that affects you, man.
It is a very debilitating injury. I actually personally had that my senior year, and it takes months to recover. You can tape it, which does help a little bit, and a little bit of adrenaline.
You just don't quite have the burst coming out of cuts.
Exactly. And once you tweak it once in the game, it definitely gets worse. So usually you can start the game. If it doesn't get stepped on, you don't turn the wrong way, you should be okay. He looks good so far.
An unfortunate false start for the Rangers there. It's going to take him from 2nd and 7 to about 2nd and 12 there. I didn't see who moved, but obviously the ref saw somebody twitch a little bit and decided to throw the flag.
So again, 4 wide receivers on the field for the Rangers out of gun. One step drop, quick release here, high pass, picked off!
Oh!
Benning went!
Nice play, son. That's the good old tip drill.
Yes, sir.
That's fun. That is fun.
That gives the Mustangs the ball within like 45-yard line. 4 minutes left in the half. See if they can go up by a touchdown here.
Way to make a play, young man. That's awareness. I mean, that's a very tough play to make. He turned his head, laid out, Ball hung just enough. Beautiful play.
Then he was able to get himself between the ball and the ground, so they couldn't even say, no, it might have bobbled on the ground. That's what you take it. You take it and you go belly up. Leave no doubt.
Exactly.
That's a fun pick on homecoming, man. He's going to remember that one. All right, double twins for the Mustangs. Vaz in at running back. This is going to be a long pass up the left-hand side. Huge catch by Nystrom up to the 6-yard line. First and goal, Mustangs.
That was a great adjustment to come back to the ball. Slowed up, jumped into it. Phenomenal timing by Nystrom.
Kind of a back shoulder throw. The DB couldn't get his eyes on, but Nystrom did. High pointed the ball. First down, Mustangs. Heinrich to the left to Wark. He's going to get the handoff here, and he's up to about the 3-yard line. I thought he was going to lower that shoulder and bowl over some ranges again, get in the end zone.
Looks like he was met by more than one, so they were able to just, through sheer amount of mass, stop him before the end zone.
Can hear that wind a little bit.
If I'm Mounds, I'd look to just run Heinrichs a couple more times. You're within 5 yards, and he's been very consistently getting you 2 to 3 yards.
Wark out of the gun, one-step drop, looks left, throws left. It's caught, but
Wheeler
right at the line of scrimmage. Wheeler is down.
Wark has missed Wheeler a couple of times in the middle of the field. I think at halftime that's going to be an adjustment you'll see. That backside of the field, when Wark is rolling to the strong side, the backside of the field is wide open. So that may be an adjustment for the second half passing game.
Trips now to the right, to Wark's right, into the field side. Hinrichs to his left. One-step drop. This is going to be Rask. Looked like his one arm was held down, but that's going to be incomplete and fourth down from the 5. Coming for the Mustangs, 2:08 remaining here in the first half. Looks like they're going to bring Ben Samuel and company on for a field goal attempt of 17 yards.
Never want to question the coaching staff. These guys know the game much better than I do, but with the way they were establishing that run, I'd like to see him run the ball one more time within the 5-yard line.
Check that 12-yard field goal up and good.
Amazing drive by the Mustangs. Very balanced. Some big plays. I mean, this is what it's all about. This is exciting stuff.
You will always take points on the board, but with the way you've been able to establish your run game, you're running up the gut for 2-3 yards at a pop. I just don't understand why you're 2nd and 4 on the 4-yard line, why you don't try at least one run up the gut before you go to the pass play.
I agree.
It's hard to say that they aren't doing it. Do they run RPO on the goal line? Are they reading that? Or is it most likely they're just making the play call and telling Wark what to do with the ball?
Totally. Yeah, I'm completely oblivious. I think that just personal preference, when you're in those situations, I even like to see it get under center and just play some power football, especially if it's a little chillier out here, get a nice push. It's always hindsight's always 20/20, but getting points on the board at the end of the day, taking the lead, still have the momentum. Mustangs got to be happy with the way they're playing.
I agree. I also like to ride a hot hand.
Yeah.
And Hinrich seems hot. Seems to got a lot of want to tonight. All right, Samuel's kickoff here from the 40. Again, it's going to be squibbed on the ground, picked up at about the 10-yard line. It's going to be muffed there, and a swarm of Mustangs tackle him about the 17-yard line.
That ball almost came out.
That would have been fortuitous.
These guys are pretty bold. When they drop that ball, they're not going to play it safe. They're going to try to pick up and get some yardage.
Well, it's interesting. This is the first game the Mustangs have tried squib kicking. It's what everyone else has been doing to us. We usually just let Samuel use his leg and boot it out as far as we can.
All right, so just a tick under 2 minutes here remaining. The Rangers are going to pitch it out to the left. That's Brisboy. He's been great out on the edges. He breaks the tackle, but he does not gain much ground. About a 2-yard gain. Stays in bounds, I believe.
Jack Kelly was there to make the play at first and just could not make the tackle. I mean, an open field tackle like that at full speed is not easy to make. I know Jack wants to have that one back. And Brisboy is a big guy to take down.
Rangers spread out the Mustangs to the field side. This is going to be a counter to Brisboy, and it is wide open. He's going to have a first down. That'll stop the clock, at least until they get the ball set. 1st and 10 Rangers, 1:19 remaining here in the half.
Brought down by Fenning Went.
That was just a little bit of misdirection that the Rangers have been running.
It's a nice counter play. He looks like he's going to pitch it out to the field side. He comes back to the boundary. Brisboy had a nice hole up inside following his tackle. Nice gain. He's got a lot of yards here on the ground for the Rangers, who are again coming out trips to the right. Olsen at quarterback, 1-2 drop. He's going to go deep up the right-hand side. That is incomplete, intended for Brisboy. Again, he is their number one go-to on offense. But quite honestly, it looked like number 24 for the Mustangs was the intended receiver, that being Isaac Radabaugh. He had the closest chance to catching it. Stops the clock, 51 seconds remaining, 2nd and 10 for the Mustangs. For the Rangers.
Yeah, and on defense, you can tell the Mustangs do not look winded here. Last game against Osseo as well, they look to be breathing a little heavier. This game's a little bit slower pace for them, which I think is definitely benefiting the Mustangs.
So quarterback draw here. Hatton not able to keep contained.
We do got a flag down. 2 flags down.
One thing I would say about the Mustangs not looking as winded is that they've been able to get some of their linemen back off of injury and COVID protocols. So now they don't have to put all of their big guys playing both ways.
Sure.
So now their defensive linemen, after doing a hard series, can sit on the bench, get a little bit of water, take their helmet off, get some oxygen in their lungs instead of having to stay on the field, stay focused, and be prepared for whatever a defense is going to throw for them on the O-line.
Yeah, that's a great point. The first quarter especially, we saw most of the tackles coming from that front 7. The second part of the second quarter, our D-backs, Jack Kelly, Eric Fenning Went, Radabaugh are all getting involved. So that may be a sign of Forest Lake switching it up, hitting more outside, more passes. That front 7's been stout for the Mustangs so far.
So that's going to knock the Rangers back 10 yards, be 2nd and 20. 44 seconds here, not much going for the Rangers to end the half. Mustangs tightening it up here. 2-back set, 1-step drop on a slant. It's going to be caught back to the original line of scrimmage, so a 10-yard gain.
Looked like that was to number 3, Jack Johnson.
Christo Alex on the coverage, big-time hit.
That was a nice stick by Christo. Cut that one up and put that in the highlight reel.
So I got to think one of the adjustments at halftime on defense is keeping contained. This Ranger team has exploited the perimeter. They've gotten outside of the force player a number of times tonight. It hasn't always gotten them downfield. The Mustangs have swarmed, but it is why they have 7 points on the board.
Yes.
And it is a threat.
No question. And their counter to that is their tough back, Brisboy up the middle. So it's outside, and then one big punch, either counter or a hard dive up the middle. They've been doing a good job, but it doesn't take much of a hole for that guy to get some big yardage and a score. So definitely something. I think we should maybe attend this meeting. We have a couple things we've seen up here could point out.
Just what the coaches want is some Malone up here, tough, acting like he knows what he's talking about. I've been out of the game for 10 years already, man. Another trips look for the Rangers. Quarterback draw. Olsen still looking, trying to get the ball downfield, but he's going to be tackled by Molinar. Radaba in on the tackle, too.
I'll give it to these Rangers. I mean, they've been in a couple situations where they know they're going to get absolutely drilled, and these guys do not drop. They just take it. That's the easiest tackle Molinar's going to have all year. Held up by Radaba and cleaned it up.
Looked like he was also tripped up a little bit by Hatton there.
Yeah, yep.
Beforehand. Yeah, he had just a couple steps where it didn't look like his normal stride. Obviously, Hatton had gotten a hand on him, made him lose some of his momentum before Radaba was able to hold him up, and Molinar just lay the hammer down.
And they will definitely talk about that in film tomorrow to Hatton, because, I mean, obviously for him, he wants to make that tackle, but his job is to stop that contain, and he slowed him up enough, made him stretch it more outside and backwards, where it ended up in a TFL. So he did his job, and that's a coachable, keep moving the feet. That's a coachable fix.
A little bit of an interesting decision. Forest Lake coming out in punt formation.
4th and 9, 23 seconds. Mustangs call the timeout to force the punt, which they have not been able to get far downfield. Nystrom saying get away. It's going to take a nice Ranger bounce. And this just going to likely be a kneel down for the Mustangs. 13 seconds here remaining. They're going to go into half. Up 3 are the Mustangs. On their homecoming, they've got to be happy with how they've rebounded after a tough loss to White Bear Lake. Again, we said it in the outset, this is a must-win for this Mustang team to get back to a 500 record halfway through the season. They do have some tough games remaining. Certainly Maple Grove looming here at the end of the season, which comes quickly with that MEA final game. Roseville, Anoka, those are winnable games for this Mustangs team. They've got to take care of Forest Lake before they start looking ahead here. Nystrom with a wide receiver screen out to the numbers. He's going to get up to about the 40-yard line, out of bounds. 6 seconds here for the Mustangs.
Yeah, it doesn't look like he got out in time. He might have went down before. Great half. I mean, obviously a few mistakes, but the way they responded, the momentum that the Mustangs built after that first score by the Rangers, I think is promising. Seems like the Mustangs have been in control of this game majority of the time.
One guy that I would note is Sam Heinrichs. He's been in a normally pass-heavy offense. He was running the ball 3-4 times a drive here. Got the sole touchdown for the Mounds offense. Really fighting up the middle.
Yeah, and I don't think the Rangers were expecting it either. They probably watched film like everyone else on Mounds, and they saw a lot of outside, a lot of screens, and they weren't necessarily ready for some hard-nosed football up the middle.
Yeah, Forest Lake came in very prepared. I was impressed that first drive. They knew what they wanted to do, and they executed it well, and that's what well-coached teams do. These guys, it doesn't matter what team you're coaching for, these guys put in the time. Every staff does their due diligence on film, puts together good game plans. It's pretty remarkable what people give to these programs, the amount of time and effort they put in to give to these kids. And this was a pretty fun first half with both teams coming out and executing well. Let's take a break. We'll come back here in about 14 minutes and bring you the second half of 6A football from Mounds View High School. Enjoy your break, everybody.
And we're back. A little bit of an onside kick covered by the Mustangs about the 32-yard line there. Looks like that was recovered by number 35, Evan Hatton. Just fell on the ball. That's what you're supposed to do. Keep the ball in Mounds View's possession. Give their offense a chance at least to score, even though you don't have the field position that you wish you could have had off of a return. That being said, they are starting off about the 31-yard line here. Pretty good field position, all things considered. Trips to the field side.
Wow, I didn't realize we were already live. Let's go. Henrik up the middle.
Picking up right where he left off, running hard.
Looks like he's going to be about the 39-yard line.
Just talking to Coach Redmond. Didn't get the name confirmed. Henriks? Did you talk to anyone? Forgot to ask him. So 11:35 clock ticking here. Start of the second half. Mustangs lead 10-7. They won the toss to start the game, deferred to the second half. They come out here, trips to the right on second down. This is going to be a pass to Voss up to the 35-yard line. Another short gain for the Mustangs. Be third and about 5.
That was interesting. I think that was one of the first passes that Voss has caught out at his new wideout position. Normally we saw him running more running back screens. This time it was more of a swing pass out.
Stretching them out here, Mustangs. 2 wide receivers to the left, 2 to the right. And a wide receiver screen, the first of the night. A little shake and bake. That's Wheeler. But he's going to be tackled well shy of the first down marker.
Bringing up about a 4th and 4. I'd expect Mounds View to punt, given they're on their own side of the field. Still early in the second half, but, you know, they might go for it.
Here comes the punt unit.
Even though I know it's the right call, I still always want teams to go for it.
Me too.
I was an offensive guy, an offensive coach as well. I just love watching offense. For the team you're rooting for anyway, because obviously the Rangers are going to get the ball here. This is going to be a fake, and this is Molinar up the left-hand side. He's got a first down up to the 40, breaks the tackle, up to about the 36. Great call, Mustangs, first down.
What a hard run by Molinar. I was confused for a second.
Oh, I love it. I love a team that executes a good fake punt.
Great play design there. Fake the high snap, direct snap to Molinar, and he was off to the races.
Given the events of last week at White Bear, when I saw Samuel looking over his head, I kind of thought to myself, oh no, not again.
No, exactly. Phenomenal drop there. And these fans are into it.
Trips to the field side now. Looks like Nystrom, Rask. On the right, this is going to be a handoff though to Hendricks. Short gain, about 4 yards actually. Be second down for the Mustangs.
Looks like Voss is limping off the field at the bottom. Made a hard block for Heinrichs there.
Eric Fetting went subbing in on offense.
Everything moving pretty quick here in the first quarter. Jeez. In the second half. All right, 4 wide receivers on the field for the Mustangs. High snap. Hendricks up the middle. Again, punches forward, always falling forward, is 22 for the Mustangs.
If I'm Forest Lake right now, I'd be sending a lot more pressure towards the Mounds View offense. Right now they're sending a lot of guys out in coverage, not sending 5-6 guys trying to hurry up the offense, not give them time to set themselves.
All right, 3rd and 4 here. They've isolated Wheeler to the right of Wark. Fenning went, Nystrom and Rask out wide to the left. They're going to move Henricks back to the field side. Wark out of gun. False start, Mustangs. Looked like the ball just didn't get snapped. Everyone moved but the center. Loss of 5 for the Mustangs. Going to be 3rd and 9 now with 8:01 here remaining in the 3rd quarter.
That's just a little bit of a miscue that you don't want to happen. Because when it's 3rd and short, you can run Heinrichs like you have been doing. Give yourself a 4th and 1, and then you have the option of whether or not you want to go for it. When it's 3rd and 9, you're kind of limited to passing downs, passing situations, and either you get it or it could be incomplete, giving you a 4th and 9.
So a new formation here. They move Wheeler out to the far left. Wark's going to look left, turn right, throw deep down the middle. He's got Fenning Went, and he just missed him. Fenning Went on a post, was open. Incomplete pass, 4th and 9.
Yeah, that post has been open all game. So I think that was something they must have talked about at halftime. Middle of the field, looking back. So he rolls out to the left and looks back to the middle of the field, and they got that post route off by a hair.
Big shout out to all our viewers, including Grace Reitz. Happy to have my 12-year-old daughter tuning in, watching some Mustang football, cheering her dad on.
Hey, Grace.
She liked that fake punt, boy. All right, this one is a punt for real from Salmon, who's going to Hooch kick it to the right. Yeah, rugby style. Caught at about the 12-yard line, be 1st and 10 Rangers.
Bosco Pop from the Irondale Knights back when I played. He was a foreign exchange student from Spain, and he would kick it rugby style, and it'd be a nice jog out. And he was a great punter. I loved it. Love to see the change up in style. He can do it all with his foot.
All right, 1st and 10 Rangers. This their first possession of the 3rd quarter. 7:18 remaining. Trips to the right. Olsen back at quarterback. He's going to throw a wide receiver screen. That Brisboy again around the right-hand side. Short gain. Tackled there by Jack Kelly.
Hatton was there for outside contain, and it looks like he just got just enough of a block from the Rangers that clipped him inside, and they were able to stretch it out.
Fairness in parenting. I have to give a shout out to May Reitz now as well. Watching with her big sister. Missing my girls. Been a lot of late nights here to start the school year for principals, so can't wait to get home and be with them this weekend. But enjoying Mustang football tonight. Trips to the left. It's going to be a swing pass again to Brisboy out to the left. He's going to break containment and get up to the 25-yard line.
Looks like it could have been a hold on the Rangers. I mean, Hatton is there to make the play, and he's gotten held up twice in a row. It looks like there's a little bit of holding on the outside shoulder pad, but they've gotten away with it. I'm sure Moberg's letting them know.
I'd look to see the Rangers go back up or run up the gut here. They've thrown it outside a couple of times. Now I'd look to see back up the middle, run hard-nosed football.
So a bunch formation here to the boundary side. They're going to put Brisboy in motion and hand off with Brisboy lead blocking. A little bit of a counter play.
Leighton Patzer.
Short gain for the Rangers. Second and 8.
Nice job by the guys up front, standing their ground. Mitchell Thompson working really hard inside right now.
Oh, fumbled snap. They're running Looked like an unbalanced line to the right again for the Rangers. They had some success there running the football unbalanced in the first half. But
Evan Hatton got in there for the TFL.
Quarterback for a loss.
Just an unfortunate snap there. They'd been going, the Rangers have been snapping pretty high all game. Now this time it sort of dribbled down by his feet. Not much you can do as a quarterback when you're catching the ball at your ankles and you have tough guys like Evan Hatton right in your face all day.
so always paying attention to 32. He's out to the right in the trips formation. That being Brisboy. Olsen fakes the pass. He's going to run left. And Ryan Edelman tackles him shy of the 30-yard line. That's going to bring up a 4th down for the Rangers.
Ryan Edelman holds his ground and keeps
Given the momentum of the game, I doubt we're going to see a fake punt from Forest Lake like we saw from Moundsview last time, but you can always hope. You can always dream.
Great job by Berlin and Rasmussen as well on the D-line. Those guys were getting a really good push, which had Forest Lake scrambling and trying to find a hole.
receive the punt.
Looks like Nystrom, the solo back deep for the Mustangs.
High one.
Another high punt, and this is going to be rushed. Forest Lake's going to take it up, and they are going to get just close to the first down. Mustangs saying they're out of bounds early. But it looks like, again, a botched snap is going to result in a Rangers first down.
Outside contain again, broke down.
So again, I think that's the 3rd time on the evening it looked like the Rangers were going to give the ball over. One time the Mustangs were offsides and a penalty gave them a first down, and twice, including deep in their own territory, in their own end zone, they botch a snap and the Rangers get a first down. Same thing here, 1st and 10, ball on the 36-yard line. A 2 running back set with an unbalanced line to the right for the Rangers. They're going to hand off to Brisboy, and he's going to be tackled immediately.
Wow, Mitchell Thompson, what a tackle.
That a 1-yard loss for the Rangers.
Mustangs brought some pressure there. Molinar was on the blitz. And that D-line just got a good push and read it perfectly. Ran down the line of scrimmage and cleaned it up.
Looks like the Rangers want to get back to running the football. Marginal success at this point with 3:50 remaining in the 3rd quarter. Ooh, that's a false start on the Rangers. They didn't call it. Now they got a flag.
Wow.
I don't know what that flag is going to be on. It looked like 2 backs in the Rangers' backfield ran into each other, and then a flag was thrown.
Jack Kelly pointing in the other direction. I have no idea what he was looking at. Looks like it's going to go against the Rangers. Moberg looked to accept the penalty. They're going to walk this back. Must have been a hold.
Well, it was 15 yards, so it was obviously
Not a
something
hold.
more than a hold.
So again, the Rangers are going to find themselves well behind the sticks. This is a common reality for this Forest Lake team tonight. Whether it's tackle for loss or penalties, they've had a hard time converting this far behind the sticks. They're going to throw it here to Brisboy. Man, he is their horse. They look to him every single play. This one sails out of bounds, incomplete. 3rd and 26.
Nice job by the Mounds disguising that blitz. They had Molinar up at the line looking like he was showing blitz, and he dropped back into coverage at the last second. And you saw how fast the quarterback got the ball out there. He thought that pressure was coming.
The wind definitely picking up here. Same formation for the Rangers. Trips out on that bunch. They're going to run a jail screen, and that's going to be dropped.
By Jake Johnson, just a drop pass there.
You almost got to hope the Rangers execute this snap now for the sake.
Yeah, seriously. I mean, that's like a good play for them right now. They're getting 10 yards a pop on these.
Yes, but I also think there's a bit of a difference between rushing for 10 and rushing for 26 after a missed punt.
No, definitely. They just got to keep that outside contained. Too many times they are running to the ball and leaving that sideline wide open.
That's got to be why they don't have Wheeler back deep.
Yeah.
They go with one returner, that being Nystrom. His heels on the 50-yard line. So the Mustangs could get this in pretty good field position, which they have definitely dominated the field position game all evening.
Wow, another snap. Oh, my.
Almost blocked. This is a low line drive punt. It's not going to be fielded, but it's also not going to make it much beyond the 50-yard line. Be 1st and 10 from the 49-yard line for the Mustangs. 3:19 remaining. Each team in the third quarter now with a possession. No points yet to speak of. It's a 10-7 game. Mustangs have led since about 3 or 4 minutes remaining in the first half.
Might have to get a track guy out there on the outside to block one of these punts, because every single one has been a high snap, slight delay, and we are a hand or two away from a blocked punt. And that is a fun play, and you don't lose many games when you get one of those.
So the Mustangs carbon copy here. The Rangers defense, they bunch on the numbers to the right. Hendricks up the middle, about a 2-yard gain in to Mustang territory. 2nd down and 8.
I'm noticing on the offensive line here, the left side of the offensive line is bowed a little bit back. They're allowed to be within 1 yard of the ball, and I think those guys are cutting it pretty close there. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a flag eventually saying the O-line isn't actually on the ball.
Yeah, that left side.
Uh-huh.
3-step drop. Work over the middle. He's got Nystrom up to the 20-yard line.
Great pass. Stepped right into it. Beautiful ball. Toss and catch.
Now that's a halftime adjustment, because we knew that middle of the field was open on those post routes.
Yep.
They've thrown it twice. They're 1 for 2 this third quarter. Work to Nystrom. Big time gain there from the 49-yard line up to the 20. 1st and 10 Mustangs. Hendricks again. Always falling forward.
That's what I love about Hendricks is even when the hole is not there, he's taking what he can get north and south. He's not stretching it outside.
No dancing.
No dancing, which in the first few games of the season, that's what we've seen a lot from the Mounds Mustangs, that stop, bounce outside, bounce outside. He's just going forward, and that really helps you establish a run game. Great to see. Love the effort.
It's so important when you're running an inside zone play that you press the line of scrimmage before you start to make a cut. You've got to get beyond that initial line of defenders and then make your move, and typically you're going to get positive yardage in a zone scheme. Trips to the left, Wheeler to the right of Work. He looks to Wheeler's side. He's going to deliver a post route incomplete.
Hey, that was a good ball.
That was a good ball.
It was a little hot, but I think Wheeler should catch that one. He had 3 guys on him. Not an easy play to make, but a great play. And that's what we saw. I mean, Wheeler especially had a couple of post routes over that first half. I love to see the adjustments that were made offensively so far. Sticking to the run, sticking to what was working, but they're also opening up a little bit more offensively.
I'm all good going to Wheeler, even if he does appear covered. He's a big, tall kid, athletic. Work's just got to look him off. He's got to look left first so that he can't get that safety cheating over, because it almost looked like double coverage. He got trips down to the left. He does look left. He's got Nystrom in the corner. Touchdown, Mustangs.
Let's go.
Another great catch by Nystrom. Was hit as he caught the ball, but was able to hold on to it, fall backwards into the back corner of the end zone, get away with 6 points for the Mustangs there.
He had a lot of space in that back corner. Looks like no one was near him. Phenomenal toss and catch.
They love Nystrom on that corner route.
Yeah.
It's such an easy throw to rep in practice, too. You're just throwing it to the pylon. Nystrom ran a great route. Extra point here from Samuel. is good. Mustangs with a 10-point lead here as the third quarter draws to a close. Just 1:22 remaining.
I'd love to see the time of possession for the Mustangs in that quarter. It seemed like they had the ball 80% of the time.
And although that drive really was passes heavy, that was set up by this game where you've just run Heinrichs over and over and over, and suddenly they start seeing him cheating down the line. They're like, oh no, we got to bring some guys down there, then we can hit Nystrom deep.
Exactly, and that's what he's bringing 22 with falling forward. He's not breaking these big runs up the middle, but it's keeping them honest, and they can't afford to have – they have to have guys in the box to stop him. He's a hard runner. It's opening up a lot for this offense.
It's the famous fullback quote. You need 1 yard, I'll get you 2.
Yeah.
You need 5 yards, I'll get you 2. But you only need 3 yards 4 times to get a first down.
I like it.
That was a big-time drive from the sophomore Nystrom. Big catches. Execution pretty solid here in the third quarter for the Mustangs.
It is chilly, and we do have some students with the shirts off right now.
I know, I'm telling you, bro.
Still
Looks like
staying
some hockey
strong.
bros. We got hockey helmets. I remember when I was in high school, the hockey guys were the ringleaders of the fan section. It looks to hold true here as well.
All right, we're ready to kick off here, Samuel, from the 40. Rangers been running a lot of left return tonight. And they're going to try to come left again. Cuts it up the middle. That's a pretty good move to get up beyond the 25-yard line. A little bit of a scuffle here. Can't really tell who that was, but there's a flag on the field.
I think Edelman might have lost his jock strap on the field there.
Looks like that is number 14 for the Mustangs. Get a name on that.
Coach Moberg none too happy. Reponse.
Took a bit of offense to a hard block by the Rangers. Went to the ground and then started to scrap a little bit. That's going to put the Rangers out to about the 44-yard line.
Yeah, don't like to see that, but I do feel when the reps you're getting in the game are only on special teams, it does, you want to make an impression out there. Never want to be negative.
Ooh. That a dangerous throw from Olsen to Brisbois. I tell you, all you got to do is key in on number 32, and you're going to make a defensive play.
And this quarterback, he's not looking anybody off either. Where he turns his head is where he's throwing.
One thing I'd look to do is go back to that, the Landon, where they sort of hit him on the inside of the run, where they led one way with Brisbois and then hit him coming the other way.
Jake Deeb out left. They're going to hand off here. 3 or 4 yard gain for Forest Lake. That number 28. Patzer. He's got a handful of carries tonight. Patzer does about 5 or 6.
Love the shark mascot. This guy's going all out.
It looks awesome.
Yeah.
I love how much fun these kids are having. That's what homecoming's all about. All right, Olsen rolls to the right after fake. That's a good throw and catch to Brisbois up the sideline. Big time first down. Rangers driving.
Nice little sidearm. And the acceleration from Brisbois is impressive for a stocky guy. He's quick.
Yeah,
he catches that ball and he hits a second gear. Our D-backs are having a tough time catching up with him.
This Ranger High School, they are known for their track and field. They often have top sprinters in the state of Minnesota. Handoff here to the left. Patzer again. Rangers putting together a nice drive here in response to that Nystrom touchdown.
I feel obliged to talk about how good Mounds Youth track and field program is too. Being an alumni of that for the throwers, we were one of 3 teams in the state to medal 5 years in a row.
Wow.
Yeah, Ross Fleming is an incredible track. He's a legend. I mean, the guy always has had great track and field teams here in Mounds View. Olsen runs around to the right. Looked like an option, but he is quick to move up the field. He makes a nice cut, and he's right up to the first down marker. I think it's going to be 3rd and 1. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. That as fast a quarter as you're going to see in high school football.
Bang, bang, bang.
So 12 minutes left here to play. The Mustangs up 10, but the Rangers driving through the air and on the ground. They too have made some adjustments here at halftime. And this is going to be an interesting fourth quarter.
One thing I'm seeing right now is the Rangers are doing a lot more deception in their running.
Right.
So usually they've just been running Brisboy, but right now they're faking him, running another guy. They're faking another guy, running Brisboy. Mounds doesn't really know where the ball is at any given moment, and that's why I think Forest Lake has been able to progressively move their way downfield on this drive.
Updates from Class 6A. Lakeville South currently #1 in the state, pulling away from Farmington 29-0. Eden Prairie leads Rosemont 10-3. These are all fourth quarter scores. Woodbury and Burnsville 14-0. Wayzata 28-10 over Fortuna Grace. Stillwater.
They're reading off some scores here. Did you hear that TG score?
No, I didn't hear that one.
Shoot.
You missed it?
Yeah.
If I had to guess, they'd probably be down.
First down is Crystal Tan.
Who'd they have this week?
I actually don't know, but it's kind of like the Packers. I root forever against
Yeah.
TG. Olsen,
Oh, wow.
nice throw and catch up to the 5-yard line. That really the nicest pass play they've had this evening.
Looked like that was Jake Johnson.
Jake Johnson.
Great catch and run.
Just hung that ball up there,
He
too.
did.
That was a very interesting ball. It was quick and high.
Tackled by Jack Kelly, but it's first and goal from the 4.
So again, the Rangers really executing this, their best drive of the game so far. First and goal from the 5-yard line. They're going to hand off here to Patzer.
And as weird as it may sound, defenses do like when they're in these positions as far as strategy because there's only so many places they can go. So defensively, your linebackers know there's not much space behind you, so a lot of stuff's going to come in front of you. You're going to see a lot of crosses, a lot of shallow routes, and then when you see to run, you know you got to get a push. So defensively, this is a bend but don't break situation.
Olsen now out of the gun. He's going to hand off here. Brisboy
Yeah,
this
there we
time
go.
going to be tackled right away.
A bed.
Looked like Radabaugh in there early from the corner spot. Check that. Who's 34?
A bed. That's a
bed.
bed.
Was that
A bed of
Brisboy
Abdallah.
running? Number 28.
Oh, sorry, that's Patzer. I suck at numbers
No,
right now.
it's all right.
folks.
I mean, those guys look similar.
I honestly thought they would just go with Brisboy down here at the goal line.
All right.
Running or catching, he's by far their best player.
He's back in there now.
4-yard line.
Run
right,
the dive.
How about a Mustangs goal line stand
Gotta
on
have those
homecoming?
feet on the goal line. Feet on the goal line.
Trips to the left.
Roll out.
Rolls left, does Olsen.
Ball out.
He's going to be sacked!
What a play. Chase down.
That's Andrew Molinar.
Toe looks good to me.
Great play by Molinar, but another guy who was right there was number 62. I believe that's John Rasmussen.
Yep, and Mitchell Thompson was there too. He had a lot of pressure rolling there.
That was a big-time play by
That was.
Molinar.
Bend but don't break. Love to see that. And the way special teams have gone for the Forest Lake, I wouldn't be surprised with a high snap here. So let's see if the Mustangs can come after that ball.
Yeah, you're right about that. Absolutely. Kick is up. No good. Goal line stand Mustangs. 17-7.
I may be wrong, but I think that is the kicker's first miss of the season there.
You really jinxed him. We started out talking about how good this
I mean,
special teams were for the Rangers.
it's called the commentator's curse for a reason.
Like you said last week, the Vikings. I didn't want to say it was good before I saw the referee's hand. from this angle, it did look like it may have been in.
I know.
But that was another delayed snap. So, I mean, the snap was delayed. The Mounds Mustangs had a lot of pressure. Split second away from a block.
The difference is when it's a Vikings kicker, I just assume
Yeah,
it's not going to go in.
Exactly.
This is the time that the Mustangs need to be able to run the football. Consistently, 3-4 yards of carry, burn some clock. They were not ready. They got to bring a guard on the field here.
Oh, yeah.
That kid had his hand down and got the move. That's bullshit.
Hendricks with a short gain.
Are you kidding me?
Sam Mills.
Yeah, I don't know what the communication error is there. Why Anthony Willie wasn't on the field. They had to bring him out late. He was kind of deciding whether or not he was going to go out until Coach Davis grabbed him and threw him back onto the field. Got a 2nd and 10 here.
Trips to the right. Hendricks to Work's left. He's going to take a 3-step drop. Over the middle again. Complete to Wheeler about the 41-yard line. First down, Mustangs.
Did you see that double move? That was nice.
Oh, there's a flag.
So Wheeler
Late
fakes
flag.
the post inside, plants and drops outside. Beautiful ball by Wark. Amazing double move by Wheeler. That's the athleticism that you see on the basketball court.
Just smooth.
A good old back cut. You'll see this. Nice double move.
Oh, yeah.
Wow, and we'll take 15 more.
Late flag. I don't know exactly what that was for.
I think it was a late hit on Wheeler after he was down. They had a guy, the old JOP, jump on pile.
Looked like a post corner route. He really had a nice dig into the post and then out into the corner, and he was open. It was a great throw by Work. So nice call there by the Mustangs. Trips here to the field side. Again, you've got Wheeler singled up to the left. This is going to be behind. Hendricks up to the right. Nice run here on first down.
Seems like the timing between the receivers and Wark is much better the second half. The first half they did a good job passing the ball, but the timing on these routes seemed to be right on point every time.
It's always good to take a nice 4-yard run, but I'm not going to lie, it looked like there was a little bit of holding from the Mounds O-line. Lineman fell down, and Forest Lake defender mysteriously fell with him. So I'm not going to say that there was a little bit of a grab and pull, but I'm going to say that there was a little bit of a hold there.
All right, really spreading them out on the numbers here are the Mustangs with Hendricks to the left. He's going to take it on an inside zone play to the left.
Keep him honest.
Looks like he was met right at the line by number 89. That is Colin McGeary, senior. Bringing up about a 3rd and 6, 3rd and 5.
So into Mustang territory, this play from the 39-yard line. 6:58 with the clock running. Mustangs draining as much time as they can. 3-step drop for Work. He's going deep. Fenning Went was open, but it's overthrown. That will stop the clock and bring up a 4th down and 6.
What do you say here, Coach? Go for it?
I just like the way they're punting, honestly.
Sure.
They put it inside the 2-yard line the last time they were around the 40. Give Sam a shot, keep them deep. They've done a really nice job keeping this Ranger team packed in when they've been coming out from their own end zone. Just got to execute. They did have a snap stale over Samuel's head last week. This, a nice punt. Fair catch is called for at the 5. That was a mistake, young fella.
Yep. That one was going to roll right through the end zone.
So 1st and 10 from maybe the 5.5, not quite to the 6-yard line. So the Rangers going to be backed up pretty deep here. They're going to have to go about 95 to come close to getting within a single score.
I actually think that was a good call to fair catch the ball, because Nick Shaw, number 9, and Evan Hatton were all the way down there ready to scoop up the ball. He probably saved them about 4 yards of field position.
That's that misdirection.
Yep, that counter play to Brisbois again. He's going to get it up the left sideline.
God, he is quick.
Yeah, nice run there on first down. Good play. That's a great play. Well-designed play for the Rangers.
Looked like number 6, Edelman, got a little sucked into the play there. Thought Brisbois wasn't going to be coming underneath. Got outside. Got about 5-6 yards on that run there.
Situationally, they do it always with that fake pitch to the field side. They come back to the boundary, and it's been there both times. They're going to throw here on a quick play again to Brisbois.
Dragged back by the Moundsy defenders, but I think forward progress. They're going to have to give him a first down there.
I'd love to see one of those backers just get underneath one of those balls, because they all seem so low. He's looking right there. They're very quick to happen. That's a pick 6.
Jack Kelly in on that tackle. He's had quite a few tonight. This is going to be a pitch to the left.
Oh, wow.
Breaks contain again. About a 7-yard gain for the Rangers. So they continue where they left off. They weren't able to execute down in the red zone, but they're moving the chains. Big chunks on first down.
Yeah, a little hesitation step there by Patzer. Got him just enough space to the outside to really accelerate and gain 3 more yards.
So 2nd and 3 from the 26-yard line for the Rangers. Again, they're going to throw that same swing pass out to Brisbois. He's going to try to miss, but he can't break Evan Hatton's tackle. A bed there as well. Short gain.
All in are slow to get up there. I hope he's okay. He's limping up a little bit.
I think he probably more just got the wind knocked out of him a little bit at the bottom of a big pile.
Yep. Yeah, I was the king of the JOP. You know, there's guys in there, jump on pile, half tackle, we'll take it.
So 3rd and 1. This is Patzer not gonna get it.
Interesting play call here. I'm gonna see what the Rangers will do. 4th and short.
I mean, this is the game if they don't get it.
Who do you think's gonna get the ball?
What I would look for is an under center, just a QB sneak.
Sure.
We saw them do it on the goal line, and they got themselves a yard or 2.
They're out of gun.
No one. Timeout. Coach Calistro, Moberg. Looks like there might have been some confusion.
Either way, it takes away what they want to do. You knew how they were going to line up. I thought they'd come out in trips and try to run that counter play again, but they typically have liked to do that with the ball closer to one of the hashes. It's in the middle of the field. I don't know what they do here. There's only 4:54 remaining. I guess you have to go for it.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I'd say, Tom, that's a good call. The QB sneak, QB counter is one of their best plays, and then obviously anything to Brisbois. So Brisbois, ISO, Brisbois dive. I think those are a fair bet.
That's one thing, is he's also a great lead blocker.
Yeah, that's where I think they're running a power play where they're pulling a tackle and he's also kicking out the end.
So if you can get him going up the hole and followed up, that could be tough for Mustangs.
Oh, he fumbled the snap! It was a snap directly to Brisbois, and he's going to get tackled well behind the line of scrimmage. Turnover on downs. Mustang football deep inside their own territory.
Way to step up.
What are you doing calling that?
Well,
they haven't executed it all night.
It looked like they were just trying to do the Wildcat dive, but they've had just a ton of missed snaps coming, especially out of Wildcat.
Right. You think that the weather, I mean, cold hands excited. You know, you got an interesting play. It's not your typical play. You don't have that same relationship with the center and the running back as you do with the quarterback. Mishandled snap, and that's
I don't want to call it early, but if Mustangs can get a touchdown here, I think that might be the game.
yeah, points.
Oh yeah, it's already a 2-score spread. Clock going to be ticking here as Hendricks gets the football. Short gain back to the line of scrimmage.
This is where you bring the milkman out. Milk that clock.
Tackled by Sam Hill. 1 yard gain on the play.
So under 4:30 remaining. This has been a lightning quick second half with the Mustangs in control of both time of possession and field position. Rangers really only one scoring opportunity the entire half, and that went awry with a missed field goal. It's going to be second down here. Hendricks got some room up the left-hand side. He turns the corner. He's up to about the 7-yard line. Nice gain for the Mustangs there.
That's either going to be a 3rd and short, or I think he might have gotten enough for a first down.
I'm excited to look at the stat sheet and see how many attempts Sam has this game. Really doing a great job, stepping up to the plate, his first start of the year.
Well, I think we've probably run more in this game than we have in the rest of the season combined.
Oh, yeah, I agree with you. And they needed that.
Going forward, teams are going to have to prepare for that. And that's going to open up. You have a lot of athletes on the outside. Nystrom, Wheeler, Wenning, Fent.
So I think they're at Roseville next week. Do you guys know? Hendricks again up the middle. Just shy of the 5-yard line.
Yeah, I believe it is at Roseville, but I'm not the right guy to ask. I show up on game day.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, it's Roseville. They've also got Anoka and Stillwater back here. And then they end at Maple Grove.
That's not a game that I'm entirely looking forward to. With the way that Maple Grove has been playing against teams that we've played, they've just put up more points. They've held the same teams to a few less. But, you know, the Mustangs have looked really good tonight. So if they can keep this same energy, this same rhythm and pace of play, it might just turn out different than I'm expecting.
No, exactly. And I think to have a formidable opponent such as Maple Grove towards the end of the season, you're working towards that. You want to be playing your best football at the end of the season. And going into the playoffs, they know they're going to have to play these big guys. So you might as well take them on early, learn some things about yourself, and show them, hey, we're not scared. This is what Mounds football is all about.
So 2nd and goal from the 6-yard line. Trips to the right. 3-step drop delivered.
Touchdown.
Caught. Touchdown. Wheeler.
That was a great catch by Wheeler. He had a Forest Lake defender kind of draped on him there. But he was able to hold on to the ball, take it to the ground.
Did a good job with his body to really get his body into him and shield that.
Yeah,
it was like a nice box out in basketball.
Yeah,
that
totally.
Basketball.
That's exactly what that was.
Phenomenal job.
Mounds really quick to line up for the extra point here. Looks like Forest Lake's running around a bit, trying to get people on the field.
Snap. No good.
Fire.
They're going to have to fire this one.
Oh, to Edelman. Oh.
He's got a bum hamstring, doesn't he? Who's our holder again?
Oh, yeah.
Nick Shaw.
Nick Shaw. Got to bum something, right? They weren't going to play him much. So appreciate the athleticism there to try to get up and make something out of nothing. But no good on the extra point, 23-7. Just 3:17 remaining. I was wrong on the schedule. So next week they're at Anoka. That's a pretty cool old school stadium, if I remember correctly.
Anoka's a great little town. It's the Halloween capital of the world. It's got a great little downtown, and their stadium, is right in the city there. It's a cool city. Got a lot of history there. A lot of nice restaurants, Serum, some fabulous wings. So we might have to get down there early enjoy the locals and see some good football.
Pretty sure I cruised the Anoka Strip in high school. Like, that was a thing to do when you're from Forest Lake.
Yeah, it still is. I mean, I'm in Maple Grove right now, and it's kind of all corporate, where you go down to Anoka, Stillwater, some of these places that have good mom and pop shops, and it's just a cool feel. Definitely a great town, and Anoka has a history of hard-nosed football, tough guy territory.
Tornadoes,
that's right.
So we're at Anoka, and then we're at Roseville, and then we are home against Stillwater on the 15th of October, and we have a quick turnaround. Just 5 days later, we're going to play one of the top teams in the state, Maple Grove. Samuel does get some air under this one. It's going to be fielded at the 25-yard line. That, of course, is Brisboy. That kid has had the ball in his hands a lot tonight. He's up to the 40.
Yeah, he's going to be sore tomorrow. He's taken some licks, and he's also put some licks on some guys. He does lower that shoulder, run hard. I think he's just got huge shoulder pads, because the closer I get to him, he doesn't look that big. I think he's just got some massive shoulder pads, which helps bring the wood.
So we will do everything we can to bring you a live feed and stream of this game next week and the week following at Anoka and Roseville. We're going to be off a hot spot, so it's always a bit of a crapshoot to see what we can do. Olsen here.
Wow, great play, kid.
Yeah, that was an immediate tackle. Good coverage by Molinar. He's played amazingly well tonight.
He's amped up, and his energy is really contagious.
Looks like number 28 is down for the Rangers.
So
that's Patzer?
Patzer, yeah. He's the one that received that
hit.
Ball there, yeah. And Molinar all over him.
That was a clean hit. I mean, he just did his job. Unfortunately, looks like maybe his leg got tangled up or the wind knocked out of him. But you love to see that from your backer, the leader of your defense, to really bring that action to the offense. Unfortunately, hate to ever see a guy go down, but it looks like he's up. Must have the wind knocked out of him.
Yeah, it looked like he fell on the ball, so he was crawling a little bit, trying to get some wind in his sails, but...
Yeah, I mean, that was a tough hit. I mean, I would have been down for a while, especially at my age. I don't know if I would get back up.
My senior year, I took a hip pointer on this field against the Mustangs.
Oh, wow.
Man, that is
a tough one.
It's an injury you want to try to play through, and you can't.
Yeah. Oh, no.
All right, that's a big-time catch and throw. He's going to go 20, 10, 5, touchdown Rangers.
Wow. Flipped right into the end zone.
Jake Deeb, out of nowhere, streaks down the sideline.
That was
not happy.
Some of that unseen straight line speed. Hadn't really shown it all game. Just able to outrun all the Mounds View defenders.
Yeah, he made one move on Hatton. Hatton has played very well. He has missed a lot of open field tackles, and you're going to get in those positions in a spread offense. So
they're going to go for two. That no one home there. The receiver tries to make it appear as though he were interfered with. He was not. So a 10-point game, 23-13 with 2:39. Likely an onside kick coming.
Yep. Hands team, get ready. But yeah, for Hatton, I mean, he's going to probably be down for some of these plays, but at the same time, he's been in great positions all game. He's done his job very well, and he's made some nice plays. So this is going to be a good game for him to look back and watch and say, hey, I was in all the right spots. I am a sophomore, no excuses, but hey, I have a lot of time to learn and get more reps in, and the next time, I think he'll be ready. Because the instincts and getting in the right spots, the hardest part. It's always interesting to see how these onside kicks line up, because there's so many different ways of doing it now. You can do the high, you can split the guys up on half and half, the bunch in the middle.
And it's chilly, man. It's not any given thing that
Right.
this hands team is going to gobble this thing up.
Oh, and you know 66 and number 3 are just supposed to drill wherever that ball goes. These guys are just supposed to destroy somebody.
So they place the ball on the left hash. And this is not going to go 10 yards. They should go nowhere near it. So it'll be Mustang ball in their territory.
I don't know why Edelman was standing so close to the ball. I know it's not like common courtesy, but what guys can do is they can jostle you, make you trip, fall on the ball, touch the ball before it gets to 10 yards, and then recover it after you've already touched it and made it go live.
Forest Lake does have 2 timeouts left, so I'd expect them to use those here and try to stop, get the ball back one more time. So they're going to have to run plays here. It looks like we do have the backup offense in. We got a lot of substitutions.
So Wark is still in. Henrik's still in. Short gain there.
Looks like they're signaling that they lost the ball.
That would add a little intrigue, but I don't think they did.
Yeah. No, very fiery staff on the Forest Lake side. I'd love to see the energy, the passion from these coaches, jumping up and down, fighting till the end.
So it looks like Forest Lake used one of their 2 timeouts. Stop the clock, 2:32 left to go in this 4th quarter.
Here's some scores from around Class 6A.
So do they do the homecoming dance after football games still?
I think so, yeah.
No, they do not.
They
I heard that it's tomorrow night.
Tomorrow, yeah.
Oh, yeah?
I think, cause I was trying to think back. I'm like, I feel like that'd be really fun to do the dance after playing your game.
Stillwater.
But I don't remember if we did that either.
It's a little less fun if you lose.
Yeah,
though.
it's very true. Yeah, very true. You might be sitting at the back drinking punch.
Come on.
Muttering quietly into my little plastic cup.
Exactly. We didn't lose many homecoming games, I'll say that.
That's the sign of a good AD.
That's right.
Well, if we win this one, this will be the first homecoming game in 3 years that we've won. So
Well,
we didn't really have one last year.
Right.
Offsides here on the Rangers. Be 2nd and 5 from the 44. So what was a lightning quick second half has turned into a bit of a
Clock should run there,
sputtered
shouldn't
mess. What's that?
it? Clock should run there, no?
I think so now.
I think we also kind of commentators cursed it. We mentioned how I jinxed Forest Lake's kicker. We mentioned earlier how fast this was going, and now it's got to drag on.
Yeah.
So starter's still in here at wide receiver for sure. This
Yep.
Henrik's up the middle.
Yeah, looks like they just made a couple of substitutions. Okay, we got some extracurriculars. I mean, Moberg does a really nice job of getting guys in the game and rotating them in as well. They have built a very strong program where a lot of these guys aren't getting significant time until their junior, senior in a lot of cases. And so Moberg tells these guys, stay ready. You don't know when you're going to get in the game. And when you do, make a difference. Sam Henricks has been a really great example of that tonight. I mean, he hadn't started all year. Junior comes in and one of the best performances I've seen all year. Just consistent all 4 quarters.
Punched you in the mouth a little bit. That's what Moberg likes. He likes to see kids get physical and just keep falling forward. Every yard seemed to matter.
I mean, and that's just Moberg's personality shining through these players. I mean, he's a guy that you love to play for. He gets you fired up just talking to him.
Nicest guy on the planet, but he wants you to be physical and punch you in the mouth, you know?
Exactly. What is going on?
So a cascade of errors here to end this game.
These last 6 seconds have taken about
I
2.5
know.
minutes.
Is that Tom Franta? It looks like Tom Franta on the 40.
I thought that earlier. I was thinking the same thing.
Tom Franta was an Irondale track and field and football coach for many years and teacher. Now referees high school football. He's done high school state football games as well. So.
Oh yeah, he's been at it a long time. He's really fun to talk football with. He knows all these teams really well. Henricks around the right-hand side, cuts to the left, just beyond the 40-yard line.
And he was a phenomenal social studies teacher as well. Fun guy, super, super nice. Fortunate enough in this Mounds school district, 621, that so many amazing teachers that give so much of their love and passion to their profession. I know I can speak for myself that I'm extremely grateful. Not every school is this way. It's nice to be part of a community of people who really care and want the best and give back to the community.
4th and 5. It looks like Mounds is going to go for it. Clock winding down.
Going to be under 1:30 with the snap of the football here. They may not snap it. They may just take a delay and punt. Either way, they're going to bleed as much time off the clock as they can.
Looks like they are going to take that delay game, or they'll call a timeout.
Man, these guys with no shirts on, I don't know how they're doing it. I am.
Dude, my nose is running. I got like 3 layers on. The weather is going to turn here, and that is going to make a difference here for this Mustang team. They've got to be able to run the football like they have tonight. Yeah. If even just to be balanced, to set up a little bit of play action, to get a little rollout game going. Samuel's going to punt here. Nice line drive punt. This one will not reach the end zone, but I think we're going to get a touchback.
What?
I think he might have touched it before.
He couldn't quite keep his feet out of the end zone before throwing that football out. Still close to a really great special teams play, which they really, truly, in all 3 facets, this Mustang team has executed tonight and has outplayed their opponent. This is a 10-point spread, but really, Forest Lake had one nice drive in the 3rd quarter. Otherwise, they've not really been able to put much together this second half, and their first score came on a big play on the first drive. So in between there, not much doing. This Mustang team really has been the dominant team tonight on their homecoming and their home turf.
Oh, yeah.
Big time sack here for the Mustangs.
That's 55. Berlin.
Yeah, Berlin. We haven't called his name tonight.
He's done a really nice job getting a good push. He hasn't made as many tackles, but he's been doing his job well. I did notice Voss on the sidelines with his shoulder pads off. Looks like he may have had a lower leg injury, possibly an ankle. So we're going to have to check in on that later in the week, and hopefully he's going to be ready for next week. He's a big-time player for the Mustangs, and hope he gets well soon.
Absolutely. So an incomplete pass there. Both Edelman and Wheeler looked like they had kind of a shot at it. They certainly were more in the vicinity than anyone in maroon and gold. 48 seconds here remaining, 3rd and 16. How many times have we said 3rd and long for this Ranger offense? That really has been their problem, along with some high snaps. They're going to complete it here, however, but just beyond the original line of scrimmage. Clock still running. 4th down with just 35 seconds remaining. Rangers going to try to snap off another play here. They are out of timeouts. It might well be out of opportunities. Incomplete pass, turnover on downs. That's going to do it. Mustangs will have to snap it once. 16 seconds will run off. They're going to even their record to 2-2.
That was a fun game.
Absolutely. Super fun game, super fun homecoming experience for these kids. They're going to remember some big-time plays. I thought that Nystrom catch on that corner route was pretty special. And then the way Wheeler bodied up on his touchdown reception, that too, very impressive. Some nice plays here from Owen Wark at quarterback.
Nice.
His mechanics look better.
Much better, yeah. He had that one throw where he was off his back foot, and for the rest of the game, he did a really nice job stepping into those throws, and the timing between him and the receivers was very impressive. I mean, it was a noticeable difference from week 2 when they played Osseo, and it was everything went wrong offensively.
So again, we are going to try to bring you a live stream from Anoka High School next week. The Mustangs even the record at 2-2 with a 23-13 victory over the Forest Lake Rangers. Here on homecoming, you hear the crowd. They're excited, particularly for their seniors who get a win on homecoming. Make it a fun and safe homecoming weekend, Mustangs. For Thomas Van Ort and Anthony Klister, I'm Rob Reitz. Have a great night, everybody. Thanks for tuning in to Mustang Football.
Thank you.